And welcome back to Everyday Matters with Tari. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to build emotional intimacy in your marriage. But before I go on, if this is your first time of coming to my channel and you want to learn more about how to build better and positive relationships, or you just want to learn about how to be your best self, the best version of yourself, then you're definitely in the right place. Click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified every time I upload a new video. Like I said before, today we'll be talking about how to build emotional intimacy in your marriage. And we find out that over time, when couples get married, after a couple of years, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15, or even 20 years, there is a tendency that emotional intimacy seems to be lost. This could happen for a number of reasons. It could be that you're spending more time with the children. Maybe you now have children and you're spending time with the children instead of each other. It could be that you have jobs and businesses that's taking a lot of your time. It could be that there's just so much going on in your individual lives or in both of your lives that you're no longer emotionally intimate with each other. Well, how then do we try to build back this emotional intimacy if it's been lost from your marriage? The first thing you want to do is to be intentional and spend time with each other. So increase the time you spend with each other. So despite the fact that there's so much going on, despite the fact that you've got children, despite the fact that you've got work and all that, you need to be intentional and decide to spend time with each other. So there's so many ways that you can spend time together. Say for instance, you could just decide to sit down and have a chat every now and again. You can even put it down in your diary to say, okay, you know what, on this day at this time we want to spend time together. And some couples go for date nights. Some couples have date nights. You can go for date nights. Some couples watch movies together. Some couples will read a book together. Say for instance, I'm reading a book, I can talk to my partner, my husband, and say, okay, this is what I've read in this book, what do you think? And he could tell me the same as well, like, okay, this is what I've seen in this book, what do you think? So that's us being intentional, spending time together. You can play together. You can do things together as a couple, but the bottom line is be intentional about spending time together. And when we're talking about intentional, the next thing you want to do is to be emotionally available, because a lot of times you can be together, we can be with someone and the person is not emotionally there. Okay, so you want to give your partner time. When you're spending that time together, you want to listen to them. You want to listen to how they are feeling. You want to understand their feelings. You want to understand their emotions, because a lot of times you could be talking to someone and they are distracted by something, which can happen from time to time, but let it not be a norm. When you're spending time with your partner, be there physically, emotionally, and mentally. Don't be here and there at the same time. Okay, so be in the present. Okay, so be in the present. So be present in the present. That's the best way I can say it. Be present in the present. Don't be here and your mind is somewhere else, and it's annoying as well when you're talking to someone and you know that they are being distracted by something else. Okay, and the third thing I'm going to talk about is to avoid distractions. So when you decide to spend time together, you want to make sure that, okay, whatever it is that's going to distract you is taken away. Say for instance, your telephone, which is a major like a major source of distraction, is taken away. So put it away, put it on silence, whatever you want to do, just make sure you avoid that distraction. Okay, because that distraction is one of the things. So sometimes we have friends, we have families, we have relationships with people all over the world that we don't see. But then the people that we live in the same house with, we don't have a relationship with them because we are distracted all the time talking to these people that we don't even see. We are distracted watching a clip on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and then neglecting the emotions of your partner. Okay, so that's not being available. That's not being emotionally available. So you want to avoid distractions as much as possible. Fourth thing you can do to build emotional intimacy in your relationship is to create a fun list, because we know that we are different individuals. So the things I like might not necessarily be the things that my husband likes, okay, and the things he likes may not be the things I like. So what we can do is to write up a fun list. Okay, so this is my idea of fun, and he writes out what his ideas of fun is, and we can put those lists together, and together we can do what my idea of fun is, and together we can do what his idea of fun is as well. So we can put them together, so it's not a situation like My husband likes to watch football, and I'm watching football with him all the time. I like to watch movies, so he needs to spend time watching movie with me as well, so that it's not I do what he wants to do and he's not doing what I like to do. Okay, so we want to draw up a fun list of things that we can actually do together. And the fifth thing, which is a bit which I've when I heard about it the first time, I felt like, why would I want to do that? But I realized that it actually helps. Okay, and that is talking about spending time apart. Okay, so you want to spend time apart as a couple, because when you're together all the time, you kind of lose that a yearning for each other. So you want to be able to yearn for each other's company, you want to be able to yearn for each other's presence, and at the same time you want to be there, so you want to miss them and be with them at the same time. So when you're always together, that scarcity is not, when I say scarcity, I don't know if that's the right word, that scarcity is not there. So because your partner knows that you'd always be there, they don't tend to, it's not like they don't really appreciate you, but something close to that. You know what I mean? So they know that, oh, she would always be there, or he would always be there. But when you give yourself space, you tend to miss each other. So when the person is away, you desire them, you want them, you crave for their presence and all that. And then when they're back, then when you're back together, then you can become intimate with each other. So we need to be able to find a balance. When I say spend time apart, I don't mean that, okay, you go away for 1 year or you go away for another 6 months. It has to be strategic. It has to be like, okay, you know what, I'm going on a weekend with my friends, or I'm going on a weekend somewhere, or I'm going on holiday with the girls or with the boys, whatever it is, but just spend time, a short time. It doesn't have to be too long, because if it's too long, then it becomes an issue. Okay, so let it not be too long. Spend time apart. And like I said, when I heard about it, my husband told me about it a while ago, and I'm like, no, why would you want to be apart from each other? You're a married man, you're married, we're married, why should we? But I found out that it actually works. And now when I say, sometimes it calls me like, where have you been? I'm like, well, you wanted some time to yourself, so I'm giving you the time. It's like, oh no, the time you're giving me is too much. So that's what we want. We want to be able to desire each other. We want to be able to miss each other when we're apart. Okay, so these are just a few tips from me. I thought I'll bring this quickly. It's a short and quick one on how to build emotional intimacy in your marriage. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.